Welcome to the training video on the Responses tab inside of the Command Center. In here, you have the list view, which you saw when you opened up responses from the summary page, as well as the map view. Because this is the demonstration data store, you can see pins that have been dropped all over the country, even the world. In your own Command Center, you will only see your region. Let's select San Diego. Here you can see the different pinpoints that have been dropped, which indicates the location that the survey was submitted. Red dots represent interviews, and blue represent observations. You have the option to cluster the markers like you just saw with the green or not, to show a heat map, to show projects if you have the projects enabled, to filter the map. There are already shapefiles in here that will show counties, cities and towns, censuses, zip code, or census tracts. And there are overlays such as regions and teams or sampling if you have the regions and teams module turned on. I will show you the regions and teams overlay. These have been set up in the Regions tab, which we will talk about later. New this year in 2021 are the known locations pins. If you have people who have been entering known locations, they will show up once you click Apply. They are color-coded. You have the option of including 0 persons observed or not, the start date and the end date of when the surveys were submitted, as well as the user that submitted them. To learn more about known locations and how to submit them, go back to our Getting Started and Known Locations video. In the list view, which we explored earlier, I want to show you one more feature, which is that when you click on the arrows, you can sort your columns, as well as decide which columns you might want to see. The same filters are available for the list view and the map view. You can search by client ID or name, date, basic filters such as the response type, age range, the tags that you've created, custom filters such as the questions, or default filters. There are also response status filters. By default, your list and map view are only showing you the active responses that are in your activity. If you want to see the archived responses, you have to select that option here. This may be helpful if you need to look at your archived results, or if you've accidentally archived a response and need to switch it back to active. This concludes the training video on the Responses tab within the Command Center. Next up, we will look at reporting, demographic extrapolation, and identifying duplicates.